class. You ready?
Yep.
Hi, Todd Wallace, class 105, or 501 I mean. We're going to go over your body harness. Whenever you use a body harness, okay, always check the threads, check the manufacturer, check the date, okay. There should be a package on there. Somewhere on your harness will have a strip, tell you when it's made, what to look for. Some of them actually have rip stitches in them, where like they're like a red line. So when you see that red line, that means get rid of it. You know. Once you exercise the harness, can you use it again? No. And the reason being is because once it's exercised, it won't exercise again. Okay. Also, I'll tell you, whenever you wear your body harness, you want it between the nipples. Okay, so if you have a cigarette pack, phone in your pocket, you want to take them out. Alright. And the reason being is for having it right across here. Okay, if it was down here and you were to fall, guess what's going to happen? You're going to take a gainer out of it, you know, like you're doing a swan dive out of, you know, a harness or a diving board. Okay. When you have it too high, what's going to happen? It's going to choke you. It's going to exercise. Okay. So basically, you're going to be hanging there and choking yourself at the same time, waiting for somebody to come get you. Also, too, your D-ring. Your D-ring needs to be between your shoulder blades for a reason. So when you fall straight. Like I was talking about earlier, you know, if it's down, you know, between your lower back, you're going to have a Superman effect. Alright, you're basically going to be hanging there like this, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on all your extremities, not just your legs. And you're going to be waiting for somebody to come get you. Also, too, your thighs, you always want them nice and snug. You should be able to get like this much, 3 fingers in between the belt and your thigh, and that's good and snug. Okay. Some of them have quick releases, but some of them have grommets on the leg straps. You always want to check them grommets for wear. Okay. If they look like they've been bent or anything, you need to get rid of it. Don't be afraid to get rid of your harness. I mean, because it will save your life. All right. I don't care if it's your favorite harness, you lived in it for years. This is the best one. I've hit some of the guys on jobs. I've seen them, and it looked like it was just a bunch of rags, frays coming out of it. And I told the guy, I said, "Hey man, you need to get rid of that harness." "Oh, but it's my favorite one." I'm like, "Yeah, you'll say that until you actually need it. You fall. You know, you need to get rid of it. You know, go hang it up at the house, get you a new one." You know. Also, I'll tell you, your lanyards. All right, they make different types. They make the scrunchies. They also make the ones that have the shock absorber in it. So when you basically tie off, you got to be 6 foot above head, right? All right, and how much of a lanyard do you have once it's all the way extended?
15 feet, eh?
You'll have 9 feet, so basically it's 18 feet of fall. Okay. Once you fall, your anchor's point, your feet, it's right at about 18 feet altogether. So when you tie off, make sure it's up high enough so when you don't come in contact with the ground. Right. Can you take your, say the scrunchie layers, can you take them and wrap them around and hook them back to your scrunchie? No, unless it's actually manufactured for that. Reason being is because if it slides, it can snag on stuff. You know, and if it snags on stuff, then it'll wear and it'll deteriorate and fall apart. They actually make ones that will. You know, you can't hook back into themselves, but it has to be that particular type. They also make retractables. They're called nano-locks. I don't know if everybody's ever used those. We use them the safe way. It takes some getting used to. You have to know which side's which. If you don't, You'll tangle yourself up real quick. You know, but they are nice. They are really nice. And a lot of them are aluminum, so they're really light. You know. Also, too, when you get done with your harness, okay, say you go to break, say you go to lunch, don't leave your harness in the work area. Anybody know why? It can get damaged. Okay, you know, not everybody takes lunch at the same time. You know, I mean, maybe people welding over top of it, cutting over top of it, sparks hitting it, you know, slag hitting it. Hang it, you know, take it with you when you go to the break, go to lunch, hang it up, nice and neat, don't throw it on the ground. Also too, it's a good practice to put it in a dry, dark area. And the reason being is because sun will deteriorate. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but like say your lifeline's the same way. Like when you use rope grabs and lifelines, sun will deteriorate them. So after the end of the day, you always gonna roll them up, put them in the game box. Just like your harness. Like I was saying earlier, we built like a harness chest, okay? And it had hooks on it, and everybody would hang their harnesses up. It's a good practice to get into. Let's see. Oh, your metal on your harness. If it becomes tarnished, what do you do?
Toss it.
Toss it. You don't polish it. Try to, you know, bring it out. You know, shine it up a little bit. Yeah, you want to get rid of it because once it starts tarnishing and corroding, that means it's bad.
So you probably won't see Mars anyway.
Well, I mean, I would have pointed it out to you. I mean, and it's not that I'm getting on you. The reason I would point it out to you is because I care about everybody. You know what I mean? And I want to see everybody get home safe. You know, I ran work for Safeway, and we'd have guys come in, and they'd say, you know, hey, I got my own harness. Do you mind if I wear it? It's fine, but I'm going to inspect it first. Because I want to make sure, you know, you might not care for yourself so much. I don't know. You might have some issues going on at home. I don't know, you know. It happens. But I am going to inspect it, okay, before you use it. You know, because lanyards, working around a bunch of stuff, and scaffolds, you know, working these powerhouses, you go through boilers, you snag them on stuff, you know, it happens. So before you go back from break, look at your harness. Before you go back from lunch, look at your harness. Second break, look at your harness again. Before the start of your work shift, look at your harness. You know, can women wear the same kind of harness?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, they can. But they can put it up a little higher. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, a woman can wear a harness just like a guy. You know, I've seen many women wear harnesses, you know. And they have the same, you know, some of them like to wear them loose. You know, but it's not a good practice to get into. You know, they want to be good and snug. Basically, it's going to be like a glove. Okay. I mean, it's your second body, you know. Also, too, you know, if you don't have a harness, your employer is supposed to supply you one. And when he does, if you don't know how to use it or how to put it on, because all harnesses are just a little different, and they're all basically the same concept, they're all a little different. You know, if you don't know, ask. Because the way I always say, the dumbest question that you ever asked is the one you didn't ask. Okay? If you don't know and something happens, well, they didn't say nothing. You know, we're not mind readers. We have to be able to know if you know how to do something or not. You know? And you have to be educated in this stuff. Also, too, like the video I showed earlier, you know, they have well, they're not self-rescuers, but they are made to take the weight off your legs so you won't get blood clots and stuff in your legs. Also, a bad habit to get into, and I've seen guys do this, and I did this as an example for just to show a guy, because he always put his lanyard and his D-ring up on his D-ring, and he would hook off the other one. Because you're not supposed to hook off with one hook at a time. Okay? Because if somebody needs to get you out of a situation, you can take the other hook it onto that rope, and they can pull you up. Okay? You're not supposed to hook two hooks off at the same time. That's why. The guy kept doing it on the D-ring. Okay? Well, I hooked him up to the gang, overhead crane in our campus in Louisville. Lifted him up. I said, now, get that hook off your back. I got another rope coming down to get you. He's, doing this, trying to pull himself up, and he couldn't do it. And I said, you gonna keep doing it like it? Nope. Learn my lesson. You always want, you hope to God it never happens, but you always want to think of those scenarios. Why we should do something and why we shouldn't do something. All right, that's it.